It's over for Denny Hamlin and FedEx with Joe Gibbs Racing. Is this really the end or just a rumor? What will happen? And what are recent NASCAR updates? Hello Nascarians and welcome back to NASCAR Zone. Today we are going to talk about current speculations related to Denny Hamlin and FedEx. But before we begin, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. So let's get started. NASCAR's silly season is coming to an end, and moves like Ty Gibbs and Ryan Preece to the Cup Series have answered most of the questions left at the top level of the sport. However, it is never too soon to start looking to the future. Adam Stern of Sports Business Journal stated on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio that the contracts that Denny Hamlin and FedEx have with Joe Gibbs Racing are set to expire at the end of the 2023 racing season. This comes at a time when the lineups of the organization have been a matter of much discussion recently. Since the 2005 season, when Hamlin took over the number 11 car for Joe Gibbs Racing at Kansas Speedway, he has been working with FedEx. This partnership has lasted ever since. When the 2023 season begins, this pair will be going into their 18th full season together. Because of both his on-track prowess and his role as co-owner of 2311, racing alongside Bubba Wallace, and more recently, Tyler Reddick, Hamlin has become as one of the most prominent drivers in NASCAR over the course of the past few years. The driver, who is now 41 years old, has won at least 2 races in 7 of the last 8 seasons, including several crown jewel victories, which will eventually make him eligible for induction into the Hall of Fame on the first vote. In light of the fact that Kevin Harvick has won 23 races after turning 42 years old, Denny Hamlin's age does not appear to be all that problematic for a driver. It's more about maintaining your competitive edge up to that unexpected dip in performance. On the podcast hosted by Dale Earnhardt Jr., Hamlin was asked about this topic.
I talked with my crew chief yesterday about this, and I said, I'm going to win my last start. So I won't. Hopefully it's meaningful. Hopefully it's a meaningful start. I don't want the performance to decline to where I don't think I can win every week. That's when I'm going to be like.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
Okay.
Not if FedEx extends.
Okay.
I think that I would like to retire at Gibbs with FedEx
Gotcha.
because it's so unique to have a sponsor that has been part of the sport as long as they have and backed me as long as they have.
Sure.
There's just no way I could leave them. I mean, maybe at that point, then I just run 1 or 2 races or something. Well, then I wouldn't win my last race probably. But I would like to retire at Gibbs with FedEx.
What do you think about the sponsorship situation? Will it change? Let us know in the comments section below. And do subscribe to our channel for future updates. However, the next part of his career will most certainly be defined by the commitment that FedEx has made to him. It would seem that Hamlin will remain with the team unless the sponsor decides to quit, but all might be rendered irrelevant if, for example, he were to win the NASCAR Cup Series championship in 2023. There is also one more thing about Denny Hamlin recently. He said some bad things about Joe Gibbs Racing a few weeks after the incident in Martinsville, where Ty Gibbs wrecked his teammate Brandon Jones.
Well, JD really instilled a family atmosphere at Joe Gibbs Racing, and I just remembered that it was such a tight family unit, and really he made us feel like the guy with driving the 19 car or the 20 car, that's our brother, and like that we really have to treat them as if they're our brother in our family. And I think at times, at JGR we probably work with each other the least amount of any other team, and that's just the facts. I'm not saying it's anyone's fault currently, but JD, it was just different because he really wrapped his arms around everyone and made him feel like, I told Coy, like, JD was my dad. He was really my dad as soon as I came into the series. So when you lose that, it definitely it changes culture a little bit, and I think we just got to get it back.
Since Kyle Busch made the decision that he had had enough of the false promises made by JGR, the team has been going through a lot of turmoil ever since Busch made the switch to the competing RCR team. The life of the team is already fraught with tension, and now the Joe Gibbs grandson is on his way to further complicate matters for them. I certainly don't know what is going to happen. This was just the opinions of Denny Hamlin, and I am just giving you all the details of the current Denny Hamlin and FedEx contracts. We can only hope that these rumor does end and Denny Hamlin and FedEx can be able to stick to JGR for at least a few more years. So let's see what happens. What do you think about this rumor? What will happen? Let us know in the comments section below, and do subscribe to our channel for future updates. And that's not it. There is more for NASCAR updates. NASCAR is going to South America to grow its reach around the world. NASCAR made the announcement on Wednesday regarding the development of the NASCAR Brazil Sprint Race, which will be the organization's fourth foreign series and its first in South America. The first race in the series will take place in 2023 and will be co-produced by NASCAR and the GT Sprint Race Series that is run in Brazil. NASCAR now has 4 foreign series racing under its banner: the NASCAR Mexico Series, the NASCAR Pinty Series, and the NASCAR Well-Euro Series. The new series will be the 4th international series. The NASCAR racing season of 2023 will span 3 continents and take place in a total of 12 different countries. According to Chad Siegler, NASCAR's Vice President of International Operations, Brazil is a dynamic country that is steeped in motorsports culture and community, and it is the appropriate place for our first series in South America.
It's important for us to be here because this is the hub of motorsport internationally. So for us to be here, it's an opportunity for us to grow the brand in Brazil. It's also an opportunity for us, as we look at it, to provide a path for driver development if they want to go race in the United States.
Thiago Marquez, who had previously competed in stock car racing in Brazil, was the founder of GT Sprint Race in 2012. The purpose of the series is to strike a healthy equilibrium between high levels of competition, performance, and safety. The program for the 2022 GT Sprint Race contained a total of 18 sprint races that were spread out over the course of 9 weekends at road tracks located all across Brazil, including the Autodromo José Carlos Pace in Sao Paulo. Carlos Cole, the general partner of the NASCAR Brazil Sprint Race, stated that they were thrilled to join forces to develop the NASCAR Brazil Sprint Race because NASCAR is an iconic American sport. GT Sprint Race has been giving fans exciting races since 2012, and this partnership will help take it to the next level by adding more NASCAR-style races, such as races on oval tracks in the future. This is a momentous day in the history of racing in Brazil, and one that will be to the advantage of race fans all around the nation. Formula One races have been held at Interlagos since 1972, and since then, the sport has skyrocketed in popularity. What thoughts do you have regarding this? Let us know in the comments below. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more of our incredible videos. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.